Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. The Canadian press reports on the extensive timeline of the search for the remains of 4 First Nations women murdered by serial killer Jeremy Skibicki in Winnipeg. The Manitoba government recently announced the official decommissioning of the search site at Prairie Green Landfill, where the remains of Morgan Harris and Mercedes Myron were found last year. The search for Rebecca Contois' remains was also completed at Brady Road Landfill, where she was found in 2022. The arduous and costly search efforts were initiated after police initially deemed a search of Prairie Green unfeasible. However, public outcry and new studies led to government funding and environmental approval. The remains of Ashley Shingoose, identified as the 4th victim, Mashcode Bishiki Ikwe, or Buffalo Woman, are believed to be at the Brady landfill, where the search is currently ongoing. Skibicki was convicted of 4 counts of first-degree murder in July 2024. CTV News reports that a significant evacuation alert has been issued for a sparsely populated area within British Columbia's Cariboo region. The Cariboo Regional District placed 8 parcels of land, totaling 696.57 hectares, under alert due to the Webster Creek wildfire. This blaze, discovered on Wednesday, is situated west of Highway 97 between the communities of Williams Lake and Quesnel. The BC Wildfire Service indicates that the fire is currently approximately 66 hectares in size and is exhibiting Rank 1 and Rank 2 fire behavior, which are the lowest intensity levels. A team of 19 firefighters, supported by helicopters and heavy equipment, is actively responding. The regional district emphasized that the alert is intended to provide residents with ample time to prepare for a potential evacuation, noting that rapidly changing conditions might prevent door-to-door notification if an evacuation order becomes necessary. This alert follows the recent cancellation of evacuation alerts for the Coney Lake wildfire, which is now contained. Currently, out of 20 active wildfires across BC, only the Webster Creek fire is classified as out of control. Since April 1, 2026, the province has seen 107 wildfires, burning a total of 1,688 hectares. From Global News, university students in Saskatoon are actively preparing for overdose responses by learning to administer naloxone. This initiative by the Student Wellness Initiative Towards Community Health, SWITCH, a student-run clinic, comes amidst a concerning rise in overdose cases in the city, particularly following the recent closure of Prairie Harm Reduction, Saskatoon's only supervised consumption site. Students aspiring to work in healthcare are being mandated to receive this training, recognizing the critical gap in services left by the closure. Patrick Sarmiento, chair of SWITCH's board of directors, highlighted the importance of their volunteers being able to respond to overdoses, especially given that many community members feel discriminated against at other healthcare institutions. Health studies student Elliot Klassen emphasized that this training is fundamentally about saving lives and meeting people where they are, stating that in order for someone to get sober and heal from drug addiction, they need to be alive. The Saskatoon Fire Department reported over 500 overdose calls in April, underscoring the urgency of such community-led harm reduction efforts. SWITCH plans to continue these vital training sessions for its hundreds of student volunteers throughout the summer. CTV News reports that the Canadian military's longest-running operation, Operation Palazzi, which has provided avalanche control along the Trans-Canada Highway in Western Canada for over 60 years, will conclude in August 2027. The Department of National Defense confirmed this decision, citing evolving defense modernization priorities, operational imperatives, and the planned divestment of the legacy artillery systems currently used. Since 1961, military gunners have used 105mm howitzer guns to fire hundreds, sometimes over 1,000, high explosive shells annually into the mountainsides of avalanche-prone areas like Rogers Pass in BC. To keep both highway and rail corridors safe, the Canadian Armed Forces has offered to assist Parks Canada with transition planning to ensure continued transportation safety and operational responsibilities are addressed. Global News reports that advocacy group Democracy Watch plans to file a constitutional challenge against the Ford government's Freedom of Information (FOI) clampdown in Ontario. The group argues the new law, quietly included in the 2026 budget and passed without standard committee review, infringes upon voters' right to be informed for meaningful public debate. These changes exempt the Premier, his cabinet, and their staff from disclosing government-related emails, texts, and phone records. The move comes after a court ordered Premier Doug Ford to release personal cell phone records, a decision effectively made moot by the new legislation. Democracy Watch co-founder Duff Conacher stated that the challenge will test whether the government can pass retroactive laws to overturn unfavorable court rulings, calling the changes dangerous and undemocratic. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.